Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you my 2-week wait symptoms before my positive pregnancy test. So if you're interested, then stay tuned. So just a little backstory if you guys are new here. My husband and I have been going through fertility treatments for the last 1.5 years. So we conceived our 2.5-year-old daughter through IVF. We have since gone through 4 frozen embryo transfers, this being the 4th one, and we transferred 2 embryos this time. So we are very, very excited to see what the future holds for us, and we are very much so hoping that this is it. We're hoping that it is finally our time. And so yeah, let me share with you my symptoms after our transfer. So I'm going to be referring to days past transfer. My husband and I had a 5-day transfer. So if you are watching this and you are going through a natural cycle and you want to compare, then if you take the day past transfer plus 5 days, that's how many days past ovulation it would be. So for instance, if I am 3 days past a 5-day transfer, it'd be equivalent to 8 DPO, or 8 days past ovulation. Anyways, so on transfer day, we didn't transfer till about 2 o'clock, 2:30-ish, so it was in the afternoon, which totally sucks because then you have to wait all day long for the transfer. And I didn't have any symptoms that day. I got up right after transfer and went to the bathroom. I got dressed, we left. It was probably about a 20-minute drive, and we stopped at Sam's Club and we got out and I walked around for about 20 minutes. And then when I got home, I relaxed that night. I made dinner. I made a HelloFresh meal. It was like 45 minutes to an hour of cooking, and then I just took it easy. My clinic does not want you on bed rest. They want you to resume normal activities, even like having sex, lifting my daughter. Literally, they wanted me to just go back to normal. 1 day past my 5-day transfer, I took off of work for a few days. On this particular day, I did a little bit of cleaning, like picking up around the house. I did laundry. And then that night, it was actually my husband and I's wedding anniversary, so we went to like a nice dinner, and I didn't really have any symptoms that day either, but I was feeling very emotional. And I guess I should say too, I did take an HCG trigger shot, as well as I was on supplemental HCG days 5, 8, and 11 after my trigger shot. So a lot of my symptoms, I kept reminding myself that I had the pregnancy hormone already running through my body, so I was experiencing some pregnancy symptoms anyways. So that was it for 1 day past, kind of boring. 2 days past, things got a little bit more interesting. So that day, I got ready when I got up in the morning, and I went and ran some errands at Target and Walmart, tried to get out and about. I definitely did not do bed rest at all during this time. I just took it easier than I normally would have. I did end up taking a nap that day, which is very unusual for me. And then I also made dinner that day as well. Throughout this whole period, I have been drinking a ton of water. And if you guys would like to see a video where I talk about what I did differently this round opposed to the last 3 transfers we've done, let me know in the comments below if that's something you'd like to see, and I can do that for you. Symptoms wise, 2 days past 5-day transfer, I had like these little, I don't know, I wouldn't call it cramping. They were like little twinges or pokes or like pinches in my lower right pelvic area. And you'll hear me mention this a few times because it was like a consistent thing, and it was always in the same spot. So I don't know if that's where baby or baby's implanted or like what's going on in that area, but yes, I was still very emotional this day. I was starting to feel very dizzy, or like lightheaded when I would stand up too quickly. And then One of the main things that stuck out to me was one of my earrings got like really, really irritated to a point where I had to take it out, and I think I left it out for like a week. So that happened. And then 3 days past my 5-day transfer, I had a really hard time sleeping that night. And I actually woke up at one point in the middle of the night and thought I was like suffocating because my throat was so dry and I was so thirsty. I literally it felt like my throat was closing, like I was suffocating, which has never happened to me before. And my first thought when this happened to me was, I'm pregnant. So I took that as a good sign that I felt like I was gonna suffocate. I have written that I had mild cramping, the same like pinchy, pokey feeling in my lower right abdomen. This was the first day that my boobs started feeling sore. And I also had acupuncture that day. So this was the first acupuncture session I did post-transfer. And I also when I woke up feeling like I was suffocating, I also realized that I had like a stomach ache. Like I kind of felt nauseous. I don't know. I feel like it's early to like be sick from pregnancy, so I don't know what that was about. And then I also was breaking out pretty bad this day in particular. 4 days past my 5-day transfer is when I went back to work. So I pretty much resumed life as normal at this point. My boobs were still sore. I ended up going to bed early. I was like exhausted after working all day. And then that night I woke up everything happens to me while I'm sleeping. I woke up with this like disgusting taste in the back of my throat. So with my daughter, I had gotten this metallic taste in the back of my throat. And I don't know that it was the same metallic taste that I had with her. When I had that taste with her, I instantly knew I was pregnant. This almost tasted like, and this is the best way I can describe it, I'm sorry, but it tasted like I had a foot in my mouth. It was disgusting. So, I don't know. But that was the only day that I had it. When I woke up, it really wasn't there anymore. So, I don't know. 5 days past my 5-day transfer, so this is equivalent to 10 DPO. My boobs were still sore. I had mild cramping, and I also took a nap that day. That day would have been Monday, and I was off work, and my husband happened to be off that day too. It actually was President's Day, I believe, and we took my daughter to like a princess ball that day, which was at the zoo, and then we walked around the zoo after. So yeah, I really didn't do any bed rest. And then for 6 days past my 5-day transfer, my boobs really were not sore at all, which really, really worried me. I did not have that taste in my mouth, but I did have like, it almost felt like I had to swallow. Like I was constantly swallowing. It felt like there was something in the back of my throat. Not really a taste, but it just felt like there was something in the back of my throat, which was really weird. I remember being very nervous and anxious that day, I think because my boobs weren't sore or weren't as sore as they were the previous days. I really wasn't exhausted that day either. I didn't take a nap or feel like I had to go to bed early, so I was very nervous this day. And then one of the weird things that happened to me this day, and this is still happening to me actually, is my armpits were like, I don't even know how to explain it. So they felt like they were sweaty or clammy, but I'm not really a sweaty person. I would be like freezing, but my armpits would feel like they were like clammy. I don't know. That's the best way I can explain it. And then 7 days past my 5-day transfer, I literally like had no symptoms. 0 symptoms. They had all gone away. Other than I had like mild cramping for maybe 5 minutes. And again, I don't know that I would even call it cramping. It was like that same like light pinching, poking, twingy, pulling type feeling in my lower right pelvic area. Literally the same exact spot. Like I could point it out exactly the spot where I continuously was feeling like these little pokes or pulls, or that's the best way I can explain it for you guys. And then the only other thing that I noticed this day was that I looked like I was bloated, or more bloated than normal. I did a natural cycle this round, so I wasn't on progesterone, which progesterone can make you bloated, or estrogen, but taking the supplemental HCG and the trigger shot are supposed to, work as if you're pregnant, telling your body to naturally produce the progesterone and estrogen so you don't have to take it. So that could have been what that was from. I don't know. So then on 8 days past my 5-day transfer, I woke up that morning and I could not take it any longer. So I took a test and I posted that video already so you guys can watch it if you haven't seen it yet. But I got a positive pregnancy test, like a really, really positive pregnancy test. And since then, I've also had my beta. So my first beta came back at 1,596. So I am officially pregnant, and it is crazy, and I'm super, super excited. So I hope that you guys will follow me along on this journey. I hope that this video may have been helpful for you. If it was, please make sure you give it a thumbs up. Make sure that you're subscribed and you turn on your bell notification so you don't miss when I post my next videos. I'm going to be doing my ultrasound where we'll find out how many little babies Mama's carrying. And I'm just so excited. I'm so excited for this journey. We have tried so hard and it feels like we're finally getting there. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.